coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
So greedy. Yeah, baby. None of that running shit. None of that running shit.
He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
Oh, yeah.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Callaway on the return. Well, very good return that time.
All we do is play. I ain't probably use it till the promise. Nah, I ain't playing right now. Trying to get my mind focused for when we play tonight, man. I don't want to give too much. The computer. I mean, I gotta lock it in, man. I felt like I ain't really focused too much yesterday when I played
now as they take over 1st and 10.
But I got the lines. The lines is weak. Yo, my nigga, yo, Kev. You at the airport? Yo, my nigga, whatever you flying high, bro. There we go. Thank you. You had the fan right on your mic, my nigga. Like you was just letting us go straight to JFK.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid. The disadvantage of blitzing.
I think if you overdo that, and you're going to overdo the playing.
Not really.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Yeah.
Here's Mayfield.
My nigga, after a week of a good win, you give your players a rest the next day, right? You got to get Marvin a little rest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, though, man. It's a game. These niggas recharge.
Yeah, it's mentally, my nigga. It's everything. The rest is mental, nigga. So I'm not saying I need a whole day of rest, because if we in a game, realistically, about two hours of doing something else of a different game is like a whole day. Especially if you play GTA, right? 2 hours is like a whole day.
And he's going to go down. They They sack him back right around 30. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They might be doing some slick shit though.
Because Sony's been getting good will be equally intense here on second down following
right now,
the sack.
Sony's like a good stop to everybody because they know that the 5 is coming. So niggas is on some like they might sneak a drop in this Christmas.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
Oh, okay.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Browns have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist bump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym.
Yes, you do, Cav. Cav, yes, you do. I always tell you good shit. You frontin', bro. That stick is crazy, son. This nigga is crazy, son.
I'll be like, yo, wow, good shit, my nigga.
I definitely said that to you, Cav, several times.
That's my law, nigga. In all actuality, my nigga, I'm
really be though.
That's probably like, no, that'd be my defense mechanism, like, fuck you, so you gotta say, but I know I always say good shit.
Nah, I really mean that when I say it, good shit.
No, I could mean it, but I could not mean it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've been so used to it, it's like, it's a natural habit of any game I play, I'm like, good shit.
Set to take over here. And the last drive, their first
and when you say good shit, sometimes that shit opens, that make you hype, like, good shit.
I think it's making sure the guys that
you know what you're doing
at. The biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin with a run by Fournette.
Yeah.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Foles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Fucking defense, Ward.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They're going to look to throw. There's the catch out for Blue. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, great.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Completes it to Lee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll look to throw here.
I'll take that.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Get rid of him.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice at all.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
Right.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Through an opening, and there he goes.
I guess so.
Touchdown.
He got a star under his name.
Nick Chubb, 88 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a give to Fournette. Fournette,
shit.
First down, still going. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11. So the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Hey, dude. Mike's 50. Let's go.
To throw, Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete.
Come on, ODZ.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Get the fuck out of here.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he came up right and put your hands up, Randall.
For a Jaguar touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
That was a pick. Put your hands up.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. From the 24, Mayfield. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's really...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second.
Go, Miles.
Be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball.
Pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now Mayfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
Hey, Charlie, you can't block me. You can't block me.
On first and 10, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20
Millie was saying the same thing. They whole left side is weak. Oh, okay. It's a big game for you tonight, Kevo.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin this drive with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 24, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry. 76 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point safely through. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A handoff to Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom.
Oh, turn around.
Holding them to no gain.
Oh, they got to fix that AI for them niggas to put their hands up. Please come in that update patch.
On a gain of 10.
Fucking pick, man.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
Let me get through that block.
And he goes out right around the 39.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette.
Yes. Yes.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage.
Operation
Back at the
shutdown on
36.
that.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. The 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, 64 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb.
Oh, I was about to say.
Telvin Smith
stayed up after that
to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ping pong, though.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. Now he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 77 yards. And the Browns are able to cash push in for 6. No problem there on the extra point.
Nigga.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, yeah, let's go, Ward. Let's go, Ward. Let's go, Ward. Let's go, Ward. Can we get a stop? Can we get a stop?
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
That's so, Kevin. I don't know.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. They'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. The extra point up and
no matter who over there,
and
man.
that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joseph now to kick this one away.
Once he got past that shit, it was over. I just needed time. The running back picked up the blitz.
In the end zone. Powers through. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Be alert, be alert. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Fournette running right.
Oh, tackle.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
That's supposed to be a pick.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Double 5-3. Double 5-3.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down?
That
The
nigga
offense or the
on
defense?
that.
Let's face it, if you've
That's
got
what
the
I'm
ball,
talking about.
4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Foles. He'll get this over to Westbrook.
greedy.
It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Foles. Looks to throw it, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete to Chris Conley. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 39 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Foles. He's got Swaim here as tight end outright. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw again on second down. Foles, a throw left side, complete to his receiver Westbrook. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Foles. Now a hit and throws the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
We go. Ready? I got it. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
Oh, good job.
Under 10, 10. Kill. Check.
They'll toss it to Fournette. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Get ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm about to order some food.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to
go back to the hub and we'll come back. This is some disrespectful shit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Rush in.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Hey, watch the ball. Go. 53's the mic.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did that?
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden,
90-something, 92 or something like that, 93.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going, hey,
anybody with that X under their name is the problem.
On the screen don't have
That's
to
why that
face
nigga
each
checked
other
him.
after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Anybody with an X under their shit is dangerous. Do you be using him though? See, I be on Garrett doing that. I don't play that. Oh, okay. You gotta, once you learn that, bro, you're gonna be alright. You gotta start controlling something. You just can't sit back and let the computer, I mean, like, that shit ain't gonna work, bro. Not in this shit. I learned that. You gotta be somebody. Because you can create, like, that's the point of this theme of Madden, like, individuals changing the game. So you gotta find your individual, my nigga, and just learn that nigga. And usually it's the easy nigga to go with the X nigga, especially the alignment.
Second and 10 from the 25.
I figured that much out.
Second and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost up.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Right, I don't wait till I get too that much, like I mean on you to try to hit you, because you see, like, you even with the screen with Fournette when you outwear my lineman, like, even bro, I'm telling you, don't dive, because that shit ain't it.
Moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.
When you on,
and as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think
right?
You can
nah,
do
I'm using box all the time.
It's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Yep.
So
I tackle with box, bro.
For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon
and then, like, I hit
NFL
stick, like, on the pass. Like, I pick and choose when to do that
Sports. Shit, man. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Yeah, I seen that 8 weeks. That shit hurt.